How to perform self-breast examination.
To always assess ourselves in the mirror. In as much as we see our faces always, it's also necessary for us to check our breast and our body in the mirror. So before I start, you will expose yourself, assuming I'm naked and I'm in the bathroom. You have to get a mirror that you can see at least your breast. So you hold your waist. When you hold your waist like this, you realize that you tighten up the top. Okay. When you do not have big breasts, or like when your breasts are not so big and you tighten up the chest and there is any abnormal lump, you see it popping up, like you see it protruding there. If you have a big breast, more than my own, or let's say my size, you hold your waist like this, then you wiggle it. When you shake it that way, if there is any abnormality, it will be very difficult for it to move, especially when you have the dangling type. Then you realize that there is something wrong. Apart from that, it is also necessary for you to look at the size of the breast. If there is any abnormal changes, we all believe that one of the breasts is a little big or slightly bigger than the other. But whereby one is extremely bigger than the other, you have to notify your healthcare providers. Another thing is that you have to look at the skin, whether it's thickened up, whether it's ulcerated, you see wound or scratches or ball around it. So you can look through it, you check the side to see if there are any protruding lumps there. You check the other side too, all in front of your mirror. When you are done, then you can assess or examine your own breast. The reason why we're taking time to educate you on self-breast examination is that we want every female to know how to do it, so that if there is any abnormality, you will detect it first. And we also involve the men because they play with our breasts sometimes. So we want them to know everything about it, so that if there is any abnormality and we do not get time to notify our healthcare providers, at least our partners will be able to do so. And we also want you to be the mouthpiece, so that when you go out there, you will educate the many people that we don't get access to or the chance to educate. So self-breast examination can equally be done by you. You don't need special training. Today we are going to train everybody, so that when you go, you try it. All right. So your hand and my hand is the same. The difference is on a different body, that's all. But what this hand can do, yours can do too. So we take this hand. If I want to examine this breast, is this hand that will take place. There is an adage in Tree that benkum jari ni fana ni fe jari wai benkum. So the same principle goes when it comes to self-breast examination. So this hand will examine this breast, and this hand will examine this breast. So if I want to examine this, that's the left hand. You do your hand this way, you extend it. Can we all try it? Good. We don't use the tip. We don't use the palm. When you clench the fingers together and you extend it, you will see a flattened part here, this side. That side will do the examination. So if you want to examine the left breast, it means the left hand will go back. Why? Because we need a large surface area to work on to see whether there is any hidden abnormal lump there. Okay, so you do your hand this way. You can start from the top, you can start from the down. I prefer the corner, that is the axillary region. So you press on it so hard, then you move. Okay, you move. You see how the red curl is? You move in that direction.
Do you do it in front of the mirror or?
All right, that's a good question. You can either do it by standing, by lying, or by sitting, depending on the size of your breasts. If my breasts are not so big and they are very accommodating, I will prefer sitting down. If they are extremely big, I prefer lying so that I can get easy movements Because if they are extremely big, it will be very difficult to do the under. But if they are accommodative, you can go around, you can stand or sit. Are we okay? So I prefer doing it in the bathroom because I can get soap so that there will be easy movement on the breast. So I will stand and do it. So can we continue? So you put your left hand behind you just to get a large surface area. Then your hand, it goes this way. You press on it so hard with the idea of looking for an abnormal lump, okay? So there you go. Some people are not doing it. I will call for people to come and do it because I don't want you to go home to give any apophy. So when you get to the nipple region, then you squeeze. The reason why we squeeze is that, remember when doctor was talking about the signs and symptoms, she talked about discharge, whether bloody or passy, just like the one in balls. Yeah, that's pass. Okay, so you squeeze the nipple to check if there is any discharge. Of course, the breastfeeding mothers, when we squeeze, it will be breast milk. But whereby you are not breastfeeding, you are not, then we see any discharge, you should be alarmed. So then we go to the next breast. So we do our hand this way. Then I like starting from the axilla. You press so hard with the idea of looking for a lump. You do it. You do it. So if you go in that circular way and how the red curl is, you get to the nipple, then you do what? You squeeze. Good. Can we do it again? All of us, let's stand up.